Hello and welcome back. It's Drew again here, and we've got another episode of Let's Build. It's been a while since I've been able to do this. School has definitely kicked up, but I'm going to graduate soon, and that's very exciting. So I'll be able to devote a long, good amount of time because I'm going to have 2 months off before I even start working. So I'll have a good long time to create and make some cool stuff. Our channel actually just hit 50 subscribers. It's our first kind of landmark. It's a very small landmark, but a landmark nonetheless. We're pretty happy about that. So we're cooking up something special as like a mini celebration for it, and we'll post it here. So we're building a map today. The story behind this map is there is a druidic forest of religious, monks, or forest city of religious monks, and the party needs to gain access to their fleet of flying eagles in order to cross the continent and get to another important city that they need to get to. In order to do that, they need to gain the favor of this monk order, which requires competing in sumo wrestling matches and all sorts of craziness. And once they, through some way or another, gain enough respect to enter this elder tree that is in the center of the town, that is where they will have to meet with the leaders of the order in order to gain access to these eagles. The trick here is that inside the tree is a trio of mind flayers who have, through their powers in psionics, manipulated people into believing that this is the situation and that there's actually some monk order inside this tree, but in reality they're just using these people who come into the tree as protectors of the tree and the holiest of the monks as snacks. So that's what the party's going to stumble upon, is this super evil tree of Mind Flayers. And what we're doing today is doing a quick build of making the Mind Flayer lair that is deep within the tree. So I've got my nice table set up. I conglomerated a whole bunch of different mods and other table setups and made what I think is the coolest table. It has player positions where they can grab a dice and throw it into the... Oh, I missed it. Throw it into the dice tower and it'll roll out, and that's really useful. It has player reference material, and this is a nifty little multi-dice calculator. So say I needed 3d8, I can just boop, 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 and then it'll roll them for me, and there, it'll publish the sum. So it's super useful, and since I'm graduating soon, a lot of my sessions are going to be entirely remote instead of more in-person. So I think this is a good way to add some kind of in-room touch. So starting off, we need to drop down some tiles. Tiles. We're going to need some creepy dungeon floor, and the idea behind this tree is that all the monks worship this tree as providing the surrounding lands with flourishing nature and strong soil. But in reality, the soil is so strong because it's continuously being fertilized by the Mind Flayer's victims. So happy about that one. It's super scary. So I need some kind of dark purplish dirt. Cobblestone might work if I can't find anything that I like. Cavern floors. All right. These are a good selection. And for those of you who are interested in this table, I've received many comments asking for me to upload the resources that I use and stuff. So I'm thinking one of these days, now that my schoolwork is winding down and I'll have some good time to devote to something, I'm going to conglomerate all of the bags I use, all of the effects I've found, all this list of everything here. And I'm going to plop them all down on the table and get it nice and set up, and then upload this entire setup as a mod to the Steam Workshop so that all of you can have access to the same things I use, because I know you are all very interested. So I'm going to do a quick tile comparison here, which ones I like to fit the theme of what's going on. That's the full tile bag. No, that's the pictured ones. Goodness. This one. I want that one. Okay. These are more like... they're all too realistic. I need dirt. Give me some dirt. Rough marble. Dungeon water. Alright, I'm not super finding what I want, so I think I'm going to go with this guy. He's the darkest and most dungeon cavern-y looking. Now that we're starting our build, one of the nice features of this setup I have here is I have some sound cubes. And so there's a list of looping effects, like walking on a wood floor and walking through snow, that you can do as like background music or sounds. Tavern chatter is pretty cool and definitely useful. Spooky dungeon loop is what I'm going to be using here. It's a soft whistle and chain clatter, and a faint bass hum. So it'll work well with the setting here. So clear off what I don't need. Deleted the bag of what I needed, so I'll go grab that real quick. I'm actually going to use this dirt bag. Yeah, dirt bag! So plopping down these tiles. They almost exactly match the color of the table. So now that I'm starting to do tile laying, if you've watched my previous videos, you know that we need to turn on grid snapping, so that we can line up with the table markings nice and easy. Have the tiles be about a size shorter than they should be in the end, so that when we're done with them, we can grow them so that they match up nice and easy, and then lock them in place. So that's the end goal. So I made a nice little row here. Gonna copy it, move it over here, and just continue pasting down rows to lay down our floor. Cool. I'm excited for this session. It's gonna be a spooky surprise. Okay, that's all good. It's probably about as big as I am going to want it. I'm gonna recenter it. That looks about right. I'm gonna want to have some sort of environment elements that will help change up the battlefield, make it a little bit more interesting than just flat plain. So I'm gonna grow these with the plus and then lock them. So now they're nice and fit together, which is good. Now we need, not that, I need some props and environment stuff. So bag of effects, background sounds, nature elements might be useful, NPCs I might need, props gonna need, buildings maybe, and walls maybe. Okay, so gonna look at nature elements, might use like rocks and stuff, for the stuff in here. A rock platform is going to be where the big bad guy is going to be. Now that I'm placing down rocks, I'm going to turn off grid snapping, because I don't really mind if my my props line up with the grids. I'm going to want some kind of surrounding rocks. But they're in a tree. This isn't... I need walls, maybe. Wooden walls. Wooden interior. Wooden walls. Dungeon barred walls. Dungeon walls. Stuff like that. Adobe walls might look what I want. Wood and plaster. Log. Dungeon. Mossy walls might also be good. So I'm gonna... whole bunch of bags. So that's all that. I am going to shift these over. I'm actually going to grow my board a little bit. Nope, you go in there. Boop. Okay. You copy you. Pasta. Unlock. There's that. Turn grid snapping back on real quick. Oh, we're actually... The board is not fit to the dimensions. Oh well. That's just gonna be how that goes. Interesting. Don't know why it grew so much. But I'm able to slot these in real nice, so that's good. For those of you who are into Critical Role, Chloe and I and a friend of ours went to C2E2 the other weekend and got to see the live Q&A panel with them, and that was an awesome experience. It was really cool seeing people that you kind of look up to and really respect in person. It was a great experience, and the convention itself was amazing. It was my first ever convention. Chloe has been to 2 Comic Cons before, so she was more prepared than I was for how kind of awe-inspiring the whole experience was. And 10 out of 10 would do again. Alright, so grew the cavern a little bit more. Gonna turn off grid snapping. So now I was excited about Mossy Walls. That Mossy Walls sounds interesting. They're kind of wooden. I'm gonna flash search through all these real quick. I'm gonna use these walls. Although they're a little bit too man-made for what the goal is here, they're gonna work just fine in the basic idea of what I want. So, I'm gonna get capped corners, capped curve, basic parts, basic wall parts. Okay. So all you guys I want, and then I'm gonna wipe out what I'm not using. Okay, I'm done walling the place off. I'm going to delete all the parts I'm no longer using, and I'm going to highlight everything and hit L to lock them into place. Alright, so now we have the basic room, and now we need some props. I might nature elements, because I want to have some sort of environmental things that they can use. Not a chicken coop. It's hard to, because these are mind flayers, so they don't necessarily have human things that they use. Don't need you. Some broken minecarts that they carry people around in. This will be kind of like a shrine. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna have lots of bones. Well, that's a fireplace. I just need bones. So there's gonna be corpses of people everywhere. Ooh, a little bone spear. Sounds wise. Bone spear entrance. Yep. Some little skull pillars facing the master. I like this. This looks cool. I'm going to use this to frame our entrance. Got a pleasant little entrance there. Some bone spears. Cool. Now I'm going to litter the place with skeletons and stuff. NPCs. That's probably gonna be probably gonna be fighters. I think I have an undead fighters bag. Undead. And then maybe some elves that haven't yet become skeletons. It's gonna be interesting whether or not I can find a Find a Mind Flayer mini, because I don't really think they exist. Yeah. No, stop being so good at standing. Yeah. Shoo. Fa. No, I didn't lock this yet. Alright, well, he's not cooperating. Yeah. If I make you smaller. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a thing. Need some sort of skeletons laying around here. Come on. Yeah. There we go. Oh my gosh. There we go. Copy. And now that he's flipped over, I can drop him and he'll... No. Yeah. Yeah. Stop it. Okay, it's starting to come together now. Ooh, shade. You might be what I have to use as a Mind Flayer, so I'm gonna put you there. Okay. Vampire Necromancer. Vampire Countess. Plague Patriarch. He might also be a good option. I think a lot of these are from World of Warcraft. Okay, so now I'm gonna move you because I don't know about you guys yet. Everything so far I want to lock into place. Lock. No, I unlocked a barrel. Okay, barrel is fixed. What about everything else? Everything else is unlocked. So there, hover over here where I can't unlock anything. Lock. Okay, cool. Now I have riddled the place with bodies. I'm gonna move this body over here. Swah. Swah. No, bad. There we go. Lock. Okay. We got bodies all over the place. One thing I do want to do is if I can get like an acid pool, that would be pretty cool. That's all that. They don't really need a lot of things to sustain themselves. Tiles, dungeon slime / acid. There we go. Cool. I'm gonna put some of these around. Maybe I'll unlock you, delete, and then drop in an acid pool. Yes, this is cool. Ooh, interesting idea is, say the Mind Flayers have kind of prepared this place for invasion just in case, and since the Mind Flayers can levitate, they have a defensive acid pool at the entrance, knowing that only people who can levitate or are otherwise skilled in the arcane would be the only ones who'd be able to gain access. I'm gonna turn on grid snapping because it seemed to be behaving before. Yeah, looks good. Yeah. Shrink. Then copy pasta. Cool. Now I'm gonna grow my acid pool. Boop, 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 boop. Shrink down one. You need to grow one to match the others. Boop. That's fine for what I need. Lock. Okay. Got a defensive acid pool in place. I'm gonna need one more pool over there just to prevent a simple jump from solving this obstacle. And then, like, going around the sides would clatter and make noise. And alert the bad guys. Or maybe... I kind of like this acid pool obstacle. That's a really cool idea. So I'm going to make it more of an issue. Yes. Don't need this. Ooh, maybe we'll have some corpse dissolving in the acid. Yeah. We'll have a couple of them. You are a guy who wasn't liking to behave. Yeah, sinister. I like it. Okay. Very nice. The corpses in the acid, like, dissolving and being gross and, like, smoking will help kind of drive home what's really going on in here. Now I think I want my baddies. I want to grab my bad guys. Finding one will be interesting. These might be best because of how the Mind Flayers kind of... Yeah, I'm gonna go with him, because the Mind Flayers use, like, these big old capes, and that's kind of their aesthetic. I don't think I'm gonna find any tentacle-mouthed bad guys. So that'll be the big bad guy, and then he'll have... some lesser underlings. Okay, very cool. So it's going to be one Mind Flayer Scion, and then 2 regulars. That's that. You don't really need lighting in here, because I'm pretty sure they have dark vision. Even if they don't actually, I'll just say that they do, because I like that aesthetic more for the challenge. Okay. So now I'm going to pick up the place. Yep. So that's all that. Delete you. I'm going to... So, on their way here... They, will encounter a trap, and these 2 other Mind Flayers will be investigating that trap, to pick up the bodies and bring them back to their master. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna label all these Mind Flayers, and then Mind Flayer, and then you Mind Flayer Scion. No, PS, not the car brand. Scion. What I'm gonna do, just in case they choose to attack the investigating 2 Mind Flayers, I'm gonna put them in a bag, and then when they enter this region, it'll start out as just the big bad guy in case they've killed them already, but if they haven't, then I'm gonna plop down these guys, and that'll make it easy. Make it easy on me. I'm gonna search the place. These I want to lock. Search it again. That's all good. Cool. I don't need... This is my other party. We're using a different party. Saved objects. Party. Let me just search it, make sure all is good. Okay. Looking good. I'm gonna do real quick is save this, not hometown. Rocktopi. Create. Oh gosh. Rocktopi campaign. This is gonna be the name of the tree is called Haven. Okay. So that's saved. Now what I'm gonna do is I have a light sphere. So over here is a gem that is emitting a piercing ringing sound that deafens people and helps lead people to fall into the previous trap that I was talking about. This gem is also a gem of power that the party, they're trying to collect these gems of power to increase their strength to handle this, my like overarching bad guy slash conflict slash evil reign. So this is going to be a gem, and the gems need light spheres because they emit a powerful light. It's a red gem. So I'm going to boop it over there. That works just fine. Can I plop it on top of it? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. Cool. Cool. I don't need my light spheres anymore. I'm going to lock the light sphere in place. And last, I'm going to crank down the lighting. Make it nice and dark in here. Yeah. Cool. The only source of light will be the light sphere. It's nice and spooky in here. And then when they come in, I'll focus the camera like this so they can try and see the environment from the viewpoints of their players. I might crank up the lighting a little bit so they can see what they're looking at. Okay. Very cool. That'll do it. So I'm excited for this battle. It's going to be interesting seeing them try to solve this acid puddle situation while they're getting attacked by this mind flayer. With that, thank you for watching. I'm excited for how this channel is going, and it's been a lot of fun for me to make some cool content. Very, very thankful for the extremely kind comments we've been receiving on our stuff. And looking forward to making some awesome stuff. So hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time.